Hello, Internet. My name is Crowbar, and today Crowbar is ready to play Shadow of the Colossus on hard mode. This is, for one, this is a video I've been trying to make for a while now. My tests haven't gone stellar. But we're going to get into it today, hopefully. I'm hoping to get maybe 2 or 3 episodes done today. This is a... Okay, I'm gonna let the cutscene play just so I can chat at you for a minute. This is, for one, I'm doing this partially because the last 2 trophies I need for this game are clearing hard mode and then obviously the time trial on hard mode. And I've been putting them off for a really long time. And I really, for some reason the other day I got struck with the desire to play Ico. I've never played Ico before, but because I'm stubborn, and I played Shadow a good long time ago, it's probably been about... prior to these last couple days of testing, it's probably been about 4 years since I played Shadow regularly and got all of the other trophies for it and such. So I want to be totally done with it before I go into Ico, because I know nothing about Ico aside from like the names of the characters. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna go into this and gonna document my progress and whatnot. I can pretty much tell you right now the first episode's not going to be super thrilling. It'll probably consist of the first 2 Colossi. And like I said, I've been doing these test recordings trying to get my rig set up properly. And so they're not going to give me any trouble. I know where their extra hit points are and stuff like that. But as we go on, I have a feeling I'm going to get quite frustrated. So hopefully that will be entertaining for some, or at the very least, maybe this will serve as a guide or something like that. And I'm going to take the opportunity that the cutscene is providing me to kind of explain, I guess, what I'm doing. This shouldn't be, this is no new territory or anything like that for anybody who's been around on YouTube for a while. This is hopefully going to be a Let's Play channel. Not exclusively, though. I like the idea of doing vlogs. Or just like, I don't know, I like to speak out my process on occasion, so, who better to speak to than, the world. It's always fun to bounce your ideas off of people, and, if I can cultivate a nice community of people whose, point of view I value and stuff like that, well, who better to bounce stuff off of? Anyway, hopefully it'll be fun, and or funny. I'm told I'm a funny guy, but it's hard for me to like script that kind of thing, and I don't know how funny I am by myself. So we'll see how this is gonna play out. I'm probably gonna do this anyway, even if I don't. Ooh, I forgot about that reveal. It's been a long time since I've seen this whole cutscene. I wonder. Looking super happy there, aren't you? Yeah, having a good day. Anyway, so yeah, we're I don't know. I'm just wanting to have fun with it. I play a lot of games anyway, so why the hell not record them? Honestly, the move to actually doing this, to get myself a mic and get myself a capture card and stuff like that, I have, I guess, Markiplier to thank largely for that. Mark and Jack Septic Eye, let's say that clearly, who, if you haven't seen and you like Let's Plays, I mean, that's kind of a stupid thing for me to say, considering they have like millions of followers and millions of subscribers and stuff like that. But anyway, for posterity, if you haven't seen them, they're great. Jack plays a little bit everything. Mark tends to shy towards the horror, but it's awesome. It's always good. I can't think of a bad Markiplier Let's Play. But anyway, they both, I don't know, they've set a really cool example that I suppose technically PewDiePie set before them. But PewDiePie's humor never quite clicked with me. I think he sounds like a great dude. Most of the people who I've ever heard like talk down on him are usually the kind of people who are just like, are you sure you don't like him, or are you just a little jealous that he hit the jackpot kind of thing? Oh, whoa, I don't remember the spirits being here this early. God damn, I am so out of the loop. Anyway, So yeah, I don't know. They've cultivated these really cool communities. Really nice people. Like, I can venture into Mark or Jack's like comment area and not see just bile, which is incredible to me. So I'm hopeful that maybe I can do that too. It'd be really sweet to be able to set up a nice group of people who are hanging out and having a good time and watching some idiot play video games and things along those lines. Pardon me. I don't have a face cam at the moment, and I'm debating whether or not I want to do that. I think Facecam definitely has its merits, especially for things like for people like Jack and Mark, who like their reaction is just so golden. You definitely like want that. But my setup at the moment, I'm literally sitting on a mattress on a floor, kind of like hodgepodged all my stuff together while I'm recording this. So there's not a great place for me to place a face cam at the moment. Hopefully there will be in the future, because I do think it would be fun. I've got a lot of friends and my lady and stuff like that who are gonna probably float in and out of the background, so hopefully that won't be too annoying. I might even be able to get one of them. Maybe could persuade one of them to come and do one of these with me, or a few of these with me. I'm gonna be relying on feedback for a lot of this kind of stuff. So yeah, anyway, I think this cutscene is kind of coming to an end, and we're gonna... no, we still got a little bit longer, don't we? Yeah, we're still gotta talk to Dorman, set up the terms. Anyway, so yeah, bear with me as I kind of get my footing, figure out what works and what doesn't. Again, I'm hopeful that it won't take me too long. I've got a lot of really stellar examples to follow with Mark and Jack and like the Game Grumps and even PewDiePie and stuff like that. And I'm not naive enough to think that this is just gonna like overnight be like, whoa, here's your new life. But it'd be super awesome if I could get to that place. I've seen a good number of arguments for people who do live off the advertising, or fucking cat, or who I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how all of this works exactly. There's like multi-channel groups, and some people are like, "Oh, those are awesome. It's a great thing to be a part of," and some people say that they're evil. I can't really be certain one way or the other. But there's also, when a lot of these people got started, places like Patreon didn't exist yet. So, maybe I can go that route. I've got a guy I follow or subscribe to, whatever, named Vadi Vidya, who does exclusively Dark Souls, Demon Souls content games, and his videos are amazing. And like, I loved Demon Souls, but like when they were talking about Dark Souls, it took me so long to get that plat that I was just like, no, there's no way. I'm never going back into it. Watching his videos has made me be like, I missed an amazing game, and I need to go back and play it. So that may very well be something that you see from me soon, after or maybe even alongside this Shadow playthrough. I really want to get into Dark Souls. I think it looks like a blast, and the lore just looks spectacular. Cat, I swear to God. I apologize if you hear any random bumping or something like that on the mic. I cannot get this cat to leave me alone. Okay. Now it looks like our cutscene is coming to an end. Good God, that was 10 minutes of cutscene. This video might only contain the first Colossus. Depends on how quickly I can kill him. So thanks so much for bearing with me through that intro, that super long-winded and probably really rambly intro, which I won't know how it turned out until it's too late. And I really don't want to shoot this thing again. So we're probably just going to leave it alone, even if it is a little weird. So yeah, once again, welcome to Shadow of the Colossus hard mode. I'm still not entirely certain if I'm going to try to do like the time trials alongside of the playthrough. So here's what happened. Like, I played through the entire game on normal, did all the time trials, got all the lizards, got all the fruit, climbed the sanctuary. I did it all, everything I could do. And then I was like, okay, cool, that was a blast. Let's play through on hard mode, knock that one out, and I can go right into Ico. And something happened along the way. I've been racking my brain trying to figure it out. I want to say I got to, I think he's the 4th Colossus. He's the guy I call the bearded monkey. He's the one that's buried under the temple, and you have to kind of lure him to the columns, jump onto his beard, blah, blah, blah. And I had no problems up until that point. And then for some reason, I just didn't have enough stamina to do anything. Like, I could get on top of him, but he would wiggle and like move around so much that I just couldn't do anything. I got like 2 stabs on him, and then he would just kill me. And so I was just kind of like, okay, I'll come back to this later. And it's just one of those things that I never came back to. And I think it's partially because, like, I was trying to do it without getting a single lizard or a single fruit to up my stamina or my health. Because I seem to recall... Oh, crap. How do you roll? Is it just... No? Oh, okay. Okay, crouch and triangle. Okay. So I seem to remember in the normal mode time trials, it would like reset your stamina to the minimum that you needed to beat each Colossus in succession. Because obviously, again, like I finished the main game with all the extra shit, and when I went back to do the time trials, the very first time trial, like, kind of threw me for a loop because all of a sudden my stamina was back to basic. So I didn't want to become like reliant on the increased stats and such. But I don't know if that holds true in hard mode. I don't know if they reset you back down. It may legit be that you have to go harness, harvest, those lizards and some of the health and stuff like that just to beat the game. In which case, maybe the time trial is a little easier in that respect. I'm not sure. But I can pretty much guarantee you I'm going to get pissy when it comes to the time trial stuff. So if you like that kind of thing, you're in luck. So stay tuned. But yeah, we're going to get this guy going. I happen to know his additional weak spot is on his arm. I believe it's his club-wielding arm. And I found that one out on my last test play. So we're just going to go for it. For those that don't know, the difference between the main game and the hard mode game are pretty standard. It's about what you might expect for the type of game that it is. Your stamina depletes quicker, and your health also is much more fragile, much more akin to what you might think a regular human would have compared to these colossi. Pardon me again. Why did you fall? Really? Let's do it again. So yeah, there's the reduced maximum kind of like it's not the size of the circle. I'm pretty sure is identical. Like it just drains way faster no matter what you do. Okay, really? Oh goodness, this is just a stellar thing. And there you go. There's an example of the other thing that changed, as you might have noticed. If this was normal, that little like shuffle he just did along the ground there probably would have shaken me. Probably would have knocked me off my feet. But it wouldn't have done me any damage. In this one, damage is way more, I guess, realistic. You take more fall damage. And if you get crushed by anything that should legit kill you, like, for example, if this guy were to actually step on me, or if he were to use his big old club and whack me, I would just die. It wouldn't be like, oh, recover your health, you know, go run away and let it come back kind of thing. You just die, which can be quite infuriating, depending on how far in you are on some of the more complicated Colossi. But it's also, I think, kind of interesting. It's really nifty. There's still like that wonder and fantasy about it, but it's just a bit more brutal, which kind of makes it more real for me, honestly. So yeah, there's that, and there might be a few other differences, but if there are, I don't know. Oh, the other large one is that each Colossi seems to have at least one extra hit glyph box, whatever. Again, not entirely certain that holds true for all of them, because one's like the water snake and the floater, the big like flying leviathan one. They have like really specific locations for their hitboxes, and I don't really know where they would add any extra ones. I mean, I guess they could put one on like the sea snake's tail, because I don't think there's one there. Let's kind of get our stamina back on his shoulder here and see if I can make the somewhat clunky jump over to his arm. So yeah, like this guy normally just has the head. And then the next guy normally just has one on his head and on his butt. But now there's one on his arm. There's one on the next one's thigh, or like side, or whatever. That's not a thigh. What the hell? Okay, cool. That was much smoother than last time. For some reason, the last few times I've tried to do this, Wander just really wants to grab that little piece of rock that's kind of like his shoulder blade, or like armlet or something, and getting off of that little piece of rock was harder than climbing him in the first place. Alright, one more little stab. We got him. Alright, that's one down. So yeah, anyway, as we go along, I'm also going to do my best to kind of, I guess, talk to myself, talk to you guys, whatever, about some of the lore about this stuff. One of the things that got me back into wanting to finish this game, aside from the desire to play Ico, was I was reading some stuff about The Last Guardian, because I was a little afraid that I couldn't remember hearing anything about it for a good long time, and so I was kind of afraid that it might have finally gotten canned. But that doesn't seem to be the case. I think the last I read, they were still kind of messing around with it. I guess they got really, really far in development and hit a, I guess, unfixable bug that just set them back dramatically. So yeah, that right there, that was my test recording. We're going to go ahead and save over that. And keep it going from there. Anyway, so yeah, you know, I wanna talk a little bit about like Dorman and Mono and Mono. I think I always say Mono. I default to Mono. And Wander, and you know the world that they seem to come from. You know, I've seen a lot of gameplay videos for Shadow, but not a ton of stuff talking about like the world that you find yourself in. So, you know, maybe I can add that in. Maybe that'll be a pull for some people. Who knows? And again, unfortunately, it's all conjecture. It's one of the brilliant bits of storytelling that they did with this game, which is probably why it endures the way that it does. Is that it can kind of be whatever story you want it to be. And you know, I'm going to talk about that as well. Kind of the forks in the road you could personally take. All right, that guy took me about 9 or 10 minutes, something like that. So yeah, we can probably still fit in the slow man. I think I can never decide what this next one is. So that first one is kind of like a bear-ish. He doesn't look quite as humanoid as some of the other bipedal ones do. But he's got a club, which always like confuses me. Kind of messes with my, like, what are you? And then I remember it's a Colossus. It's a giant stone monstrosity. It doesn't have to be anything. So yeah, anyway. This next guy, my friend brought it up last time. He could probably be like an ox or something like that, because he's got the horns, but he's still kind of like cow-ish. He's very lumbering. Doesn't do a whole lot to you, kind of thing. So yeah, anyway. Oh, hi, Dove. They're debatably important as well, depending on who you talk to. Come on, get on the horse. There we go. Let's go, aggro. So yeah, anyway. But sorry, I tangented away there from a second. Are you gonna tell me about the shrine? You're gonna tell me about the shrine, aren't you? You're like, hey, come here and save. Or is that later? Maybe that's later. Whatever. Anyway, so I was very happy to see actually that the Last Guardian is still going strong. They hit us obviously some pretty major setbacks. I might have to mess with my camera, but it seems to be okay for the time being. But they have not canned the game. I don't know if it has a release date anymore. For some reason, I want to say that it's still saying like 2016 or 2017, something like that. But that might just be me being like, oh yeah, of course it's that. Hi, Hawk. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna go over on here towards Mr. Ox, and we're gonna take him down. I'll tell you what, like, this guy was always kind of like my least favorite, because like the first guy has he has the grace of being the first one. You know, he's just gonna blow you away no matter what, because you haven't seen anything like it before. Even, I mean, he's on the cover, I guess, but still, like, seeing him in action for the first time, you're just like, wow, I am so far in over my head. But you know, you just gotta roll with it. You just gotta deal. This guy is like immediately underwhelming, unfortunately, in my opinion. You know, you might differ. Maybe you really like ox. Maybe you like cows. Maybe cows are your favorite animal, and thusly, this guy just pressed your button. But yeah, he's so lumbering, and there's really nothing like special about him, and he's probably here to just reinforce what you were just taught. You know, climb carefully. You know, use your stamina properly. And he's obviously, he shares a body shape with a few of the other Colossi, so he's still kind of a tutorial. But he's just kind of like there. That was until I saw an animation for the Game Grumps playthrough of this guy, which just absolutely slayed me. And now it's one of those things that I can't separate the jokes from the real thing. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, absolutely go find that, like right now. Like, pause the video and go see it. It's a couple minutes long at most, and it's just so funny. I wish I could remember the animator's name so I could make it easier to find. But I mean, you've seen it. Of course you've seen it. Like, it's Game Grumps stuff. Everybody's freaking seen it. Anyway, okay, so let's see if my inversion is gonna mess me up. No, okay, cool. I won't have to play with my camera. Alright, so we're gonna get you in the paw. The hoof? The hoof? Yeah, the hoof. That's not a paw. Actually, I don't think any of these guys have paws, except for maybe the cat guy? They all kind of have, like, hooves, or, like, the warrior's got those, like, rounded bead-looking feet. I don't know. Anyway, okay, back to sword. And up we go. Alright, so I'm gonna try and whack away at this side glyph as much as possible first. Because the last time I did this... Oh dear. Shaky, shaky. The last time I did this, I actually hit a bit of a glitch, and when he did that shake right there, I ended up like popping up onto his back. So I was just kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. I guess I'll just go do this now. And I left the glyph like almost dead. But getting back to it for like the last hit was just torturous. Because it is like, you know, as you'd expect since he's walking and stuff. Unlike the other ones where you can kind of be like, oh yeah, I can go just hang out over here. while you're walking, or I can actually make some ground while you're walking. Every single movement he makes shakes you when you're doing the side glyph. That was freaking close. Alright. So you really want him to be as stationary as possible. And I don't know, I don't have any proof for this, I guess. But it seems to me that they get way more active the closer they are to death. Regardless of which Colossus it is. So I always try to, you gotta try to get rid of this guy first. And that goes for any of, even on the normal mode, the guys who have kind of like awkward symbols, I'll do my best to get those ones first. Like weirdly, you wouldn't think it, but because of the way the bird flies, I try to get his tail first. Oh, okay, that was solid enough. All right, let's get our stamina back here. Just because like that long walk down his tail, I almost always get tossed off. Versus like the wings, he's like his flight pattern is set just so that it's like you never really have an issue with them. It's just like get over to one, stab it, stab it, stab it, and then he'll flip and then run back to his core, and you're golden. I don't know if that's gonna hold true on hard mode. I'm sure he's got some new weak point on him somewhere. Maybe, I mean, the tail is really long, so I guess I'd hazard a guess that they're probably on the tail somewhere, but they could be elsewhere on his wings. Who knows? Well, no, wait, because his wings are mostly like stone, if I remember right. Oh, come on, stop your waddling. Let me stab you in the butt. We done? Is your butt sufficiently stabbed? No, one more butt stab. Come on, stop it, Wonder. That's all your fault. That wasn't even the right place. Oh, okay. That took a tumble there. There we go. Yeah, satisfied? Yeah, we're satisfied. All right. Let's make it. Oh, no. Sorry about that. Again, I'm still kind of working out my mic setup, so I'm not entirely certain if that just popped the mic. Peaked the mic? I'm not sure what the actual terminology is called. So yeah, this is, I'm sorry. Again, I'm going to be a little rambly. And this is literally like day one of me trying to do this thing. So bear with me, please, as I get better at this. I promise I will. And if I don't, feel free to leave guilt-free. Oh, whoa. Okay, I had no idea where I was on your head. Okay, this one should be fairly straightforward. If I could get a... Okay, really? Really? Just his little trotting is throwing me around? That's weird. Come, stab him! Alright. That's another thing. I'm not quite sure how this is going to roll exactly, because, like, in normal, you basically always want to go for a full stab. But as I literally just showed you right there, twice in a row, it seems like on hard mode they're just way more willing to wiggle you around. And so the full stab doesn't seem to go off very often. Gotcha. Am I going to be able to take this thrashing? Please stop, please stop, please stop. Okay, up we go. Up here a little ways. No. Okay. Alright, let's get our stamina back. Was he turning? Maybe that's why I was having so much trouble staying on him. Go. Gotcha. Nah, he's gonna be moving too much for me to get him again. Okay. You can do it. You can do it, Leonard. You're good. And stabity. Oh, come on. Little pinprick. Yeah, okay, we got him. Alright, so that's 2 down. Once again, I think the first few videos are probably going to have maybe definitely one. Maybe 2 Colossi, maybe even 3, depending on how long I want these episodes to go. But we are definitely going to get to a point where it just goes down to 1. Run from the black tentacles. No. Okay. Yeah, because I can tell already that this is gonna get difficult. if I have to do any, like, lizard hunting or gathering of fruit or what have you, I'll probably do that off screen. That's not super entertaining. I guess unless I've got somebody to talk to, maybe, or maybe if I want to do like some lore conversation, I could always slip it in there. While we're doing our errands around this lovely wasteland where nothing is at all, except for freaking canyon paths that don't need to be there. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna watch our way through this little cutscene here, and then we're probably gonna call it good. It still weirds me out that you can move the camera during the cutscenes. I cannot think of a game that lets you do that for any reason. It's like, usually the point of the cutscene is like, hey, look at this thing that you need to know, or like, here's a really cool video as a reward for something awesome you just did. Whereas this one is kind of like, I don't know, you're allowed to basically look wherever you want. It's like, Dorman is clearly talking to me. I should be looking up at the sky, but it's like, no, I don't want to. Yeah, you're trying to show me that statue, but I could be focused like down the line. I don't know. It just seems kind of strange. All right, so number 3 is going to be the Warrior. I think that's his official name, but that's what I call him anyway. God, it looks like I'm peeking the mic like crazy. I hope this episode is usable. I don't want to shoot this again. I suppose if I have to, I can always just kind of like pull the sliders down a little bit, equalize it out a little bit. So yeah, anyway, we're going to scare the birds. Rah! Okay. Mono's still dead. Mono? I said Mono this time. What the hell? I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I hate that she doesn't have like an expressed name. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna be headed, I think, way the hell over there. Yeah, other side of the temple. Across the bridge and up to the pedestal, and we're gonna fight the warrior. So yeah, we're gonna leave it right there. And I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and I hope you'll come back and check out episode 2 as soon as I get it going. So thanks for coming, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.